We're back into Aloft. I played this game when it was a demo, and I also entered into a building competition and got runner-up. And since then, they basically invited me to have a look at their press release and various other things. Wood, you can gather it rather than strip it off trees. And yeah, and since then, obviously, I've been quite a bit of a fan of it. Been meaning to give it another go, but it has released into early access, and I've finally got a chance to give it a go. Now, I increased the sensitivity, and that's gone way too hard. We want controls. Let's pop that back down to about 75, and we'll see if that's better. Yeah, it's a little bit janky, but we'll deal with it for the moment. Alright, so the items have a little bit of a flash, which is nice. I don't remember that, but that's all good. We've got stones, we've got wood. We need a bit more stone, apparently. Is that stone? Ooh, it's a different looking stone. Gather some more rocks. Alright, leaving the nest, we want to create a hammer. And we want to equip the hammer. And so, basically, C to open the menu. And you can see out across the top we've got a few different bits and pieces. We have our inventory, which basically is some clothes, the sticks and the rocks that we picked up. But there'll be consumables and other miscellaneous items as we go along. When we look at our crafting, you get your basic crafting in your inventory, but we'll make more crafting stuff along the way. A page where we can see what conditions we've got. An encyclopedia, so as we learn things, obviously you'll be able to look them up again. And spawn home island. We don't have a home island yet. Build a home kite and interact. How do you spawn? This looks interesting. I haven't seen this yet. And the fact it's got your home islands are saved alongside your character and can be spawned in any world. Oh, I like that. That will definitely come into play later on. Right now we are on the start island, and they created a start island. It used to be that you just spawned on a random island and you would play along, but they created a dedicated start island to give you, I guess, to learn how things go. What was that? Light. That was rather interesting. Yeah, so to learn everything that's going on. So the crafting menu, the little yellow dot means that you can use it in a recipe. You can see that mix yellow dotted ingredients together to a new recipe. And so you'll learn things by mixing things together that you haven't done before. And bam, we have a hammer as a recipe. Apparently if we join two rocks together, we'll get a new recipe, which will be the shard. Now a stick and a shard. Probably going to be an axe or something. Yeah. And we can't learn anything new. But we can come down to here. We can pop down an axe and a hammer onto our bar. Investigate the knowledge. Well, we need to be over there. Complete the construction of the bridge. Yeah, one of the things about having the hammer out, I guess, is that, yeah, when you build things, you kind of build the framework of the building. And you can see that here. Basically, you've got the framework of stuff. And it's saying that to complete this framework, we need to add some sticks, which we will do. Can't remember if there's any encumbrance. I know that there's a limit to how much stuff you can have in your inventory from a maximum number of slots. I don't remember it otherwise. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, complete the bridge. B to build. They gotta give it for free. Nice. So when you build it, you can see there's a framework. You can actually walk on the framework, so it's not like you actually have to complete it. So when you do B, you choose to build. What's the cancel button? Escape to quit. Okay, it is just escape. So yeah, you could actually fill that out by spending the wood, but you don't actually need to. Ooh, a bunch of wood and stuff down there. Might just grab a little bit of stuff along the way here. And want a little bit of stone. We're going to need it in a moment, I'm sure. Jump, jump, jump. E to learn. So interesting glowing effects that I haven't seen before. This halo around the item. Our most valuable resource, creativity, was truly limitless. Alright, we can build the workbench. Obviously that will open up more crafting options. So, build. Where are we up to? Interesting, we should be able to craft some new stuff, right? No, it's not letting us. Right, B to build. Across the top you can see the different things, favourites, the current wooden floor that we can build, and now a workbench. Alright, what do we got? More options. Very good. So we'll make a couple of stone thingies. Bam. There we go. The pickaxe, which is probably what is going to allow us to get through the wall. And a cloth. The cloth is most likely going to be... At the moment we just got a leaf stockpile. But I assume that over time we will eventually be able to make our gliding suit. Well, we should probably have grabbed that and put it on there. Alright. So yes, Aloft. As much as this start island is all going to be about learning, there's a lot to Aloft in terms of where you go. Ooh, that was nice. As you can see, there's a little yellow bar there on the right as I'm doing things. If you manage to consecutively hit that yellow bar, it will do a special attack for your designated weapon. And it does extra damage, does usually a special move and things like that. But yes, our start island is all about learning the game and the resources, but it won't... Well, my recollection is that it doesn't include the actual taking over of an island and floating around. Oh my. Look at that. I have not seen that before. Whoa. That's just crazy how it's made up of segments. Will we be able to ride that later? Or is that like the big bad? Oh, that's awesome. Ostensibly this, the last time I played it was all about environmental factors. And you come across corrupt islands and you need to bring them back to healthy. And you take over, like I could go up to well, maybe that little one. I don't know if it's tied to this or not. But you should be able to take over any island you want as long as it's a healthy island. And you start building on it, claim it for yourself, and then, yeah, you float around and play the game. Gosh, I'm still pretty chuffed about seeing that. That's really nice what they did there. A little cutscene of a giant creature. Ooh, let's learn this. They've really touched up this start island too, given it, yeah, really nice. Our journey is not defined by what we abandon. Probably should have read that a little bit closer. Home kite discovery. Very good. We might go and get our crafting table again later on. That's alright. Yeah. So this start island, it was kind of, I guess, it was this scale, but it was a bit plain. They hadn't done a lot of the identifying features. There's a lot of these things where the pillars and the sort of symbols and things like that. But that start little spot that we were in didn't really exist like that before. So they've changed and tweaked it up a little bit. That flying creature was certainly not there before. That's amazing. Love it. I think that's a special thing, isn't it? Yes, that's a face sculpture. Decorative item. I've never actually found a use for the face sculpture other than decorative. Or something, right? Like a salt or something. Crystal. I wonder if there's any coal in here as well. There used to be coal inside caves. What's that? See, there's a flashy thing there? Oh, okay, there's just the skulls, right? Any other flashy things in here? Nothing? Okay, I'm not interested in little skull thingies. Alright, where are we going? So, the plan is to explore this game all over again. See anything new that they've added to the game and just enjoy it, and people can see it for what it is, even though they may have seen me play this before. For everyone joining in new, you get to experience it for the first time, and maybe you'll be interested in jumping in and playing for yourself after this particular episode, which will probably be just exploring this start island, maybe even finding an island of our own, because we probably want to experience the corruption. And that'll be the first episode, kind of just like a bit of an overview of the game to date, and then we will merge into a let's play where I then go on to do a lot more. And they've just left the crafting table up here. Okay. Nice. I don't have to go all the way back down and get my own one. The murals. I really like that they added the murals. They're quite nice. It used to be that it was only the little stones, and these at least tell you a little bit of a story. And the villages on their each of their individual islands, and then someone learnt how to fly. It's kind of like an Icarus flying into the sun. Of course, that didn't go so well. in the story of Icarus. Alright, glider stand. Okay, beautiful. Alright, leaving the nest, using leaves, craft cloth at the workbench, build a glider stand, equip your glider, and off we go. Right, well, first things first, I don't know that we have that much in the way of cloth. Oh, we got a windstone. And when you break rocks, there's a chance that you get windstones. Clothy cloth? Can we break these things? No. Some of these bushes used to be picked up. Ooh, that's coffee. That's a new resource. I haven't seen coffee before. Alright, we need to go and find some leaves. There used to be like small trees that you could just break open, and that would give you the leaves that you wanted, right? Yeah, because I can sort of see there's a small tree over there. You'd be able to just pick that as is. Smash that tree. Gives you a bunch of logs on the ground, which I should have to hit again to harvest. There's always a chance you lose your logs from chopping down a tree, because they roll away and fall off the world. That gave me 14 leaves. That was pretty good. I want to try and find one of these small trees. Is this one? See, that one's an axe. What about you? Yeah, you could just gather that. Alright, so we got wood, seeds, and leaves. You're a pick. Don't want that. Yeah, these little ones require an axe as well. Ah, but the logs don't fall. Nice. And I've got more leaves than logs. Very good. We might as well just hack up a few more of these. Bam! Special attack. Crunch. Give me your wood and leaves. Okay. Bunch of rocks. We're now down in the center. Let's build some stuff then. What is this thing? I need a rope to actually make it. Allows you to claim an island as your own. Teleport to it and spawn anywhere in this world or another. Okay, so this is the special item that I've never seen before that makes you own an island. It used to be that there was a button. You just pushed a button that said, set this island as your home island. Now it is a kite, but we need rope, and we haven't learned how to make rope yet. However, we need a glider stand. We're going to use the glider stand. Something's preventing. I'm probably on the back of it then, which I was. We can make a basic oculus and a leaf sail. We don't have any others. This kind of was there in the past, where you could basically... It obviously lends itself... I assume the basic oculus is just like the circle ring that we're working with, and then the leaf is the material for the item. And then you have your cosmetics, so you can change the colours. I've only got 2 colours at the moment, which is not very much. We have a few basic patterns. Well, that's very nice. They give us a few to work with. Let's go with the lines. We only have one shape and we don't have any trails. We do, however, need more leafy things. Okay. But yes, it lends itself that obviously you can have cosmetics on your gliders, which sounds very nice. Right, bam. Let's just make all of them. We can always get more leaves later on. Right, basic thing. Change our pattern to the one that I was interested in. We can make it darker. I don't think I want to make it darker. Alright, let's craft one. We now have... Ooh, and you can change the pattern. E to equip. We now have a glider on our back. We can take flight. When you jump, you press space, and off it goes. Ooh. Jump, is it? Yeah, it's okay, it's reversed. Okay. So there's no real restriction on the gliding. There is a boost mechanic. As you can see in the middle it says boost. What you're actually looking at is down the bottom left under my health bar. There is a stamina bar that is currently growing over time. And those represents the special actions that we can take. And the more white full bars that we have, the more of those special actions that we can actually do. So if I use a boost now, it should... No, it didn't use one then. So a single boost was fine. Let's go with 2 boosts. So when I hit that secondary boost, there was like a little white line in the boost bar. So we'll do it again. So if I boost, we see the white bar, we boost again. And that has used our energy to give us that extra boost, and as a result we've sort of wasted a bit of our stamina, but it will grow back over time and then we can use it again. Alright, so we need to find the lost sail knowledge and examine the second fresco, which probably means that we need to find things on this island that we haven't done yet. Bam, and of course you don't take fall damage, which is nice. Ooh, berries. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of berries. There is a food mechanic. We'll get into the food once we actually have the option to craft a little bit more. I do recall there was a sickle, and the sickle allowed... Oh, a reishi mushroom. The sickle allowed you to harvest some of these bushes. And it doesn't say that you can use a sickle on it, but I do recall that you could use a sickle on it. And I seem to recall that these ones here with the blue lines that we see swirling around these had a higher chance of giving us windstones. But I can't remember if that's still the case or not. Okay, so I definitely got a windstone out of it. Could have just been luck. Clam-shaped cushion, maybe? Right. Gather some more blueberries. Ooh. What's that going to give me? Just wood. Not that interesting. Alright, little baskets. Dirty water. You have to do shift transfer. You can't just click on it. Very good. Dirty water to give us a few more recipes probably down the track. We're collecting a nice little assortment of leaves. Quick drop. That's a stone stockpile. We don't want to drop our stone off. Thank you very much. There's a leaf blankie down there. Basically, I should probably be building something like that myself. Alright, what do we got? We got a seat, and we have a piece of paper. Well, that didn't do very much. Let's have a sit down. Surely you'd sit the other way with your little bit of paper. Yeah, well good. We've kind of searched this tiny little spot. Obviously, if you really wanted to, you could repair that. Not that it's going to do much for you at this point in time of the game. One other thing about the foods, the seeds are quite good. Emerald Island wild seeds. The wild seeds do come into play, I guess, later on with the environmental fixing stuff. You need to be able to plant things to recover the environment and restore islands to their original states after they're being corrupted by the evil fungus that we will eventually come across. But for now, I guess we need to find other locations. Oh, we could have actually climbed up there. Look at that. Little parkour game over here. Alright. Come up here, some more blueberries. You'd be able to come up here and do a little bit of a parkour game, which seems a little bit silly given that you've got a glider, so... But it's there nonetheless. You can do a little bit of jumping if you want to. Charcoal stumps. Sometimes these they have bugs on them. They was one of the most recent things that I'd discovered in the game the last time I played. They introduced little beetles and bugs, and sometimes you'll find them on various plants. Reishi mushroom, mushroom, which is lovely and all. There was actually quite a lot more on the Start Island in the past, but that's all well and good. We're now looking for the lost sailing knowledge, so we should probably fly around the nearby islands and see if we can find said lost knowledge. Boosty boost boost. Zoom. Kaboom. We land on the island. Oh, is that the island that I want up there? I wonder if it will be. Alright. What do we got? This surely has a cave in it, which it does. It's got a cave down below. Oh, I can hear it. There's some knowledge up above us. And that looks like a tiny circular island that I might want to take over. What do we got down here? We got our water. Got some reeds. Not seeing any foods. Finding food types is important. Where is it? I hear you. Aha! It's hiding inside the waterfall. Our duty is not to thrive, but to lay the foundations for those to come. A wooden wall. Not that interesting. That was not what I wanted at all. But alright. what we want to do is we want to investigate this thing up here. So that was not lost sailing knowledge. And we haven't found the second fresco. This is the island. Look at it. There was no build restrictions. So you could build out and far as wide as you wanted and things wouldn't fall down. And this has a nice little bit of water in the middle of it. It's like the teeniest, tiniest island ever. And that means you don't need huge amounts of sails and things like that. Because as we will come to find out, the bigger the island, the more stuff you have to build on it to be able to make it work. What we need to do now is investigate this place a little bit more. We've missed something. There is a hidden spot. Ooh, what's that? Dunk. Hello. As long as we tend our hope, we will burn bright, strong, and enduring. It's only a campfire. It was not what I wanted, but that's okay. Alright, onwards we go. It would appear that the next island is you. We do want to come back. And anyway, that black one over there, that's a corrupted island. And so there's like a little yellow nodule, and that's a corrupted node. I'm going to call it a corrupted node. It may have something else. It's like a giant mushroom that's corrupting the island. Aha. More. What do we got? Great storm is in the mill of humanity, ready to be born anew. That sounds sail-like. Oh, it's the millstone. Of course it is. They were talking about milling. But yes, we will go and clear that by defeating that node. And we will probably get a bit of an introduction into the ins and outs of things. Oh, I need a sickle. Let us head to this rather corrupted looking island. We still haven't found the second fresco yet. Zoom. Right, how many bad ones are there? Oh, this island. I remember this one. Let's put the axe up. So this is a corrupted island. You can't actually interact with the resources because there is a corrupted node that's preventing you. And this island has very neat rows of planted items. So it's quite clear that prior to the issues that abound, this was a very cultivated island. You can't even pick up the insects. I don't know if it's a thing or not, but it used to be that if you didn't kill all of the fungus creatures, when you actually cleared the node, the fungus creatures would all disappear and you didn't get the resources. So I'm just having a quick look to see if I can find some loose bad guys and kill them first. But it's not looking like there's going to be any. So this could be a rather scripted event where you're just expected to kill the node. Ooh, that might be one there. Hello! Ow, I can block. Good. Take that. And there it is, the mic to fibre that I just got there. So the mic to fibre, which I can't really interact with just now, is what you will use to get rope. And this is a knowledge point. It's gonna let me? No, he will not. Okay, we need to go down and defeat this thing. Get out of my way. Chop, chop, chop. Looks like there's going to be loads of things to do. Alright, so we've got the source of the corruption. Destroy the node, which is its weakest. It used to be just the central part. This is new. Choppy. Oh. Splat. Oh, we got a microfiber for that. Creatures used to turn up as well, right? Nothing's turning up. Okay. It's opened up. That's what it used to do. That's what we just attack the central node now. Oh, it's going to grow nodes again, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi, you. Rah. Done. More microfiber. Okay, this is a bit more involved now. It used to be just hack the central thing and away you go. But now, clear the nose around the outside. Probably go a bit quicker once I get a real weapon. So obviously the axe works, but I know that there'll be swords and stuff. Is this the end for you? Ooh, kicked me off. It be dead. Yay! And the island is clear. It's raining. It's dark and it's rainy. And now we can pick up all the bugs. I don't remember. Well, I knew there was going to be different types of beetles, but I only recall ever picking up the red ones. But that's alright. We'll have a quick run around, we'll pick up all the bugs, and we'll go and grab that knowledge. We were brought into this world to tame it, and tame it we did. Arada! It is the lost sailing knowledge. Finally, we have 1 of 4. What's in the cave? Hammer. We just got given a wheat seed. I don't need to harvest the wheat anymore. We got given it. Sugar. That will eventually come from a plant. Very good. That was rather productive. So, one of the things that I actually just got here. So that axe that I picked up is actually pretty rubbish. It says I can dismantle it, so let's just do that. With this hammer, you can see there's two little dots down the bottom, and the hammer that I've only got is only 1. So we're going to swap them over, and we're actually going to keep that, and we will dismantle that one. These little dots, I believe, at least in the past, represented upgrade points. You could basically add attachments to your weapons. They weren't really implemented at the time, but there were descriptions of it within the game at the time. There's a hole there, which obviously is a... Ah, look at this. Follow the ancient path to knowledge. Thought I heard something weird there. That's alright. So yeah. Crazy looking spot just there. Alright. Let's follow this path. I'm assuming this is going to lead us to our second fresco. Little hidden bags here. Can lay down. I think if I lay down, which yeah, lay down and have a chill. Yeah, I healed, but I lose my stamina. All good. Oh, hello. We need a key. Look nearby and pick up the key. Pick up the key nearby. Look, there it is. Oh, silly me. Bloody glowing in front of me. Alright. Oh, look at that vista. All this stuff in here. The sails upon sails. It's like, why can't I just learn by looking at that stuff? So look at this picture. So unlike the people flying in the backgrounds, we now show the vista of an island with sails and windmills being lifted upon the air. Okay, real mixture of music going on there, but we got the helm, which didn't give us the hidden knowledge. I'm a little bit surprised about actually, but that's fine. This is what we want to see. More hidden knowledge. We sailed, the winds thanked the storm and mourned the sea. It's the floater. It's the sail that allows us to go up and down. Once upon a signpost, pointing in different directions. Only by knowing where we've been will we know where to go. That's pretty obvious. That's why I wanted a little symbol. But it is the map table. Oh, kind of want to build one of them already, just so I can see where all the islands are. And I think if the map still works the same way as it did in the past, it does identify the islands that you have been to. So you do know where you might want to go next. So we continue on our journey, looking for the last bit of sailing knowledge so that we can take over an island and make it our own. Boom. Hello, new island. Have you got any resources for me to uncover? Ooh, that glowed. Windstone. We have a new resource, which of course we still haven't identified half of the resources and what they can make. Bam. Use that. So if we do that, learn only, that should create a rope. Rope, wood, and staff. Doorkip. It's such an odd one, the doorkip. So doorkip is for something that's removing the stumps from the ground. It's like a little shovel, effectively, but they call it a doorkip. We can make a sword. We can make the sickle. Oh, how nice. Learn only. Hay? Yeah, fair enough. Learn. Field guide. Ooh. What a field guide does. Because I made the sketchbook. Used to learn building pieces by sketching them from the environment. I didn't even look at that. I should be using that, because if I sketch the sails, although it says building pieces, I wonder if I can go back and learn the sail by doing that, because we've got plenty of charcoal. We'll use that again. We should probably finish learning all this random stuff. Learn. Spyglass. Yeah, very good. That's that leaf bucket that I've already got, and that seems to be everything, right? I do want a sword, so we're going to make one of them. I do want a sickle, so we're going to make one of them. And I do want a field guide. I want one of them. So that's evaluating the ecosystem of the islands. Very good. So, we have just learned so much. Let's see. Ooh. A wooden frame. So we learnt that even though I didn't know it before. More wooden frames. Very good. So at least you get a little colour difference to tell you whether or not you can actually learn it. Oh, what's over there? Let me learn. Oh, it will. I don't know any of this stone stuff. I don't have a huge amount of paper. I don't know if I want to take the trouble to learn that just yet. But obviously they're hinting that you should. Stone door frame discovery. Alright. Still. Off we go. Quick gander at this island. There it is. Oh, yes. Boom. Give me. With promise on the horizon, we trimmed our sails and the winds of our past. We've got the square sail. Ah, yes. Very, very good. Alright, I'm going to go back because I want the tiny little island at least to begin with. We will probably upgrade to a bigger island later, but at least for now, I want to co-op this tiny island because I don't need much in the way of resources to make it happen. Okay, we're here. So, we need to build the kite. Can we rotate that? Q and E to rotate. Okay. Bam. We now have a kite flying in the wind, and it is our home. Interact. Island name shall be the Iron Beard. The first. Complete. So now, we're in that inventory screen that we looked at before. Despawn your home island. Teleport to home. Delete home islands. There's a bunch of stuff you can do there. But now we need to build. And to do that, we're going to want to make a few things. I guess the biggest decision is what is going to be the front of this island. I actually think I like that placement. We'll see how the floors line up with the edges now, which is not too bad. Gather you. Whoop, didn't want that. I was just trying to lay foundations to work out my frontage. Alright. Back to building. Bam. 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 Okay. We want that. Now we want to destroy a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to leave that square in the middle. We might just join it up. Just because. Now with the building system, there's actually a couple of different modes. I believe. Can't actually see sample mode. Ooh. Oh, I guess it's taking colours. So if you press R, it changes the mode. You can see that there's actually a number of snap points because we've moved into snap point mode, and if I rotate the mouse button, it will rotate around the snap point that I'm actually looking at. Or you can go to disabled, which is free placement, or you can have snap mode on automatic, where it'll try and snap to the edge that you're looking at. Yeah, there's various different things, but that's alright. We want the hammer, which was 8. Hammer, hammer, boom. So the special is that it will fill out a bunch of the stuff. I'm not going to fill out this middle bit just yet. For now, we go off to our sailing stuff. We want a helm. Now, the placement of this helm will determine the direction of your island. So it's the first placement that you do of this is probably the most important. So forever on, or at least until I dismantle everything and put it back together, here is where... Manual? There's no manual snap point, is there? This is the way that I'm going to say is forward. There it is. And now when we build a sail, it will actually make sense. For now, we're going to build some rudders. If we pop a rudder over there, we should only need one, I hope. We will need a floater. So the floater is what will allow us to go up and down. We're going to place that on the back. Maybe a little bit off to the side. Bam. And now we need a sail. Now I'm not going to have much in the way of resources for this. We're going to need a crafting bench. Boom. Use that. We need to look up our recipes of things that we're making, right? So I can craft that. Why don't I have the recipe for that? It's a little bit surprising. Okay, heaps. Now we build a gaff. Is the gaff? No, it's just a square sail. And here is where the direction matters. And what we can actually see here, there's a couple of different things going on. There's orange and white fans out the side. That's the where how far the sail can turn in the wind. And so it's how much wind can it actually capture. It can only turn a little bit to either side to be able to capture the wind. Hence the square sails, while when they capture the wind they actually capture a lot and move you forward in a good direction, they can't catch the lateral wind very, very nicely, wind that's coming from the side. So you need a different sail for that. But at least for this one, that's not so much of a problem, because we're always going to try and travel forwards, and we'll find better sails later to accommodate this one. The inner circle, we see a little hammer, and we see a blue circle. The blue circle, the little carrot in the blue circle that we're seeing, is actually the direction of our island. And so because of the placement of our steering wheel, the helm, that's the way that it's saying is forward. It's giving you an indication so you know what's forward, and you can place your sail and turn it appropriately. And so we're going to rotate our sail. What's forward for our sail is the little white triangle. And at least for now, this first one, we want it to line up with the direction of travel. And so the other part to this is if we had multiple sails, you can actually have sails which block other sails. So you need to make sure that your sails are not blocked. Oh, you don't get to adjust the size anymore. It used to be that you could have bigger and smaller sails. Unless I meant to hold it. Oh, I don't mind that. Yeah, the sails cost various different things before, because you can make them taller and wider. But I'm happy with a simple sail for now. Probably need to clear up all this junk on my island. Very good. Done. Oh no, the vitality of my teeny tiny island is gone. So this is the ecosystem stuff we were talking about earlier on. I've actually destroyed the ecosystem of my island, and now it is suffering because I've removed too many plants. And the bigger the island that you have, the more it require to promote the ecosystem. And the way we can see this is if we go to our field guide, I guess it was. I hope this is the right one. Analyze. We go to right click. We can see that it has 0 of 0 trees, 0 of 1 flora diversity, 1 of 0 decomposer amount, 1 of 0 animal amount, and 2 of 1 insect diversity. I'm not seeing insect diversity. Does it mean it's attached to that thing over there? That's a bit weird. Alright, but we need to get our flora diversity back. And the way to do that will be through our seeds. We can equip that on our last one there. We eat, and we plant a tree. Well, plant a bush basically. Keep pressing escape. And so if I right click here, I can actually change the different species. So if you need different species, you can actually use the Emerald Island seeds on the Emerald Island islands and create different seeds. That's all by the by. We have created the most basic of basic islands. And as it's actually saying, we're going to build the map table now. Because, you know, why not? Use the hammer to start building. Of course, I took the hammer off my bar. 5. Build. The table. Oh, we're going to plonk it here on the ground for now. Actually, we can destroy that. We can pop it there. Ah, there we go. We can kind of see what we've been doing here. Now, can we interact with it? Oh, we can. Nice. And so we can see now that we've gone all the way over here. There's actually an island that I haven't visited down here. And so that was the frescoes that we looked at. And we've basically flown this way. And I remember I did go all the way to the right. And then I went all the way across to that side, that last island that I got. And then I've come all the way back. And this is indicating I actually missed one teeny tiny island just in my vicinity. But it's also then now telling me here are all the other islands in this zone, because obviously there's a lot of zones that we can visit. What we might just have a quick look at is, where's this island that I've missed? It's saying it's close. Is it this tiny little thing here? Because if it is, that's a little bit silly. But you know, I'm happy to visit the teeny tiny island. Whoa. Bonk. There we go. So if you wanted one of the tiniest little islands ever, I guess you could put a kite on this and take control of that. I am choosing this one over here because it has a tiny water source. And as a result, if you ever need water, you can just collect it. And you can then just build however far out that you like. Okay, so now if we use our map, we'll have a quick look. Bam. Zoom in and we can see it. Yes, my island that I had not seen now is. There's a massive cluster of islands there. So we need to go back to that last island we were up to. Oh goodness me, there's a bunch of stuff. I probably need to actually build my shelter to get myself out of the rain, build some cooking stuff. If I can get some paper, that would be really good. I need to probably go and learn all that stone stuff as well. However, we have our island. Change the view is Q. Ah, there we go. Look at that. We got a teeny tiny little donut. Alright, so as you can see on the left and down the bottom there, it says space and control to move up and down, A and D to move left and right, W and S is actually the speed at which we are going to be travelling. Currently going 42 knots, mainly because we're travelling sideways to the wind. We have the teeniest, tiniest little island, so this thing is going to be able to fly like crazy, especially once I build more stuff. But I guess if I go against the wind, if I go this way, you can see we've virtually stopped because we're no longer capturing any kind of wind in our sail. On the right hand side we can actually see them in the yellow bars. But there's an orange, a yellow and a green bar in the bottom right hand corner. The orange bar is the floaters, and there's a baseline which is the dotted grey line. As long as you beat the grey line, then you actually have it means that you have enough sails, and that's why if you grab a big island, the requirement for the floaters, for the rudders and for the sails will be astronomical, and so you just got to keep that in mind. The camera was clipping on something there. That's all good. At least for now, we're going to fly over to where we were up to, and in the next episode we will kick off with a bit of a let's play. We will visit all the islands, we will grab all the things, we will try and learn all the stuff. I know that there will definitely be a lot of things coming up. There's like animal husbandry, there's different types of enemies, as well as fun things that we can actually build. And, you know, as I said, we may take over a bigger island and make something a little bit more fantastic than my tiny little donut. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the coming series of Aloft, as I've played a lot of it before and I am still very interested in doing more. Catch you in the next one. See you later.